As part of its commitment to streamlining the convoluted process of environmental clearances, the government had appointed a committee headed by former Cabinet Secretary TSR Subramanian. But several of their recommendations have now come in severe criticism. The committee has sought to revive the go-no-go classification which had been introduced by Jairam Ramesh. But NDTV found that the formula proposed makes 90% of India's forest cover open for mining.
The report of the Subramanian committee meant to streamline the convoluted process of getting green clearances, but their recommendations sparking controversy.
One of the report's most contentious suggestions is when it attempts to tackle the go-no-go classification brought in by Jairam Ramesh to prevent coal mining in densely forested areas, an idea that had to be abandoned because of political pressure and which the Subramanian committee attempts to revive.
The committee revives the idea, but says that only forest areas with density cover of over 70% should be no-go. But that, according to the government's own figures, will only protect 10% of all forest cover, which means 90% would count as go areas.
TSR intend to classify only 10% of our overall forest cover as a no-go area, and with a rider too. The recommendation says even in this no-go area, Union Cabinet will have power to clear the projects.
There is nobody's case that the entire 26% forest area is inviolate. It can be nobody's case. Then we are basically saying there can be no development whatever. We are now defining a set of inviolate areas where straight away the application is rejected if it comes there.
But the government seems keen to take on board some of these suggestions, like another controversial call for self-certification by industry on their polluting norms.
Today, with all the inspectors and the whole phalanx that we have and all the political patronage and all that goes on underhand that we know that's going on, we discovered there is zero punishment, there is zero assessment, there is zero mitigation. They all have a completely free ride. We are adding a brand new dimension people don't understand. What we are adding now is that the project proponent is going to certify that this is what my project will do. He will certify I have not suppressed any material information, and at any point of time over the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, if we find that is certification, and he also adds, if I am found wrong, throw me to the wolves, close my unit.
Are you then saying it's not a bad road to go down?
No, it
to encourage self-certification?
It is not an idea to be thrown out of window immediately. It needs consideration.
But isn't it risky, because you already have industries that barely comply, even with inspectors, they have rampant violations?
No, because you have not come out with the main recommendation of the committee, and which is our definite stand, that we will make rules practical, clear, transparent process, but compliance will be 100% and non-compliant will be punished heavily and will go out of business.
Well, self-certification is a nonsensical idea, because no country in the world actually allows anyone to certify for themselves that the nuclear power plant or a thermal power plant or a rail project or a refinery that they are setting up is all okay. And just because the investor says it's okay, let's believe him or her in utmost good faith.
With Manas Roshan, Srinivasan Jain for NDTV.